I discovered why 90% of AI images look fake and cinematic. And I found the one model that finally creates realistic looking iPhone quality photos. Plus, I'll show you my exact prompting system that gets hyper-realistic images every single time that help you create influencers like this, or realistic looking stock images for your website like this or like that. Most people think AI images look fake because technology isn't advanced enough, but that's not really the reason. The truth is that most images look fake because they look too good. They're trained on cinematic and artistic images and not on everyday photos. And that's why most AI images look almost too cinematic and like they're out of a movie. And another reason why many images look fake is because you're not prompting the models right. Check this out. All of these images don't look quite right. Can you spot what makes them look artificial? Now let's set that in contrast to these images. Doesn't that look already much more realistic? Now I'm on a mission to test the leading AI models to see which of them creates the most realistic looking images. And I'm going to test ChatGPT image, I'm going to test Flux Dev, and I'm going to test a new model that was just released and it's called OpenArt Photorealistic. I will give all of these models the same prompt, the same settings, and then we will compare them next to each other and see which model is best for what use case. And if you stick around until the ending, I'll give you 3 actionable prompts that you can use today in order to get more realistic looking images, as well as I'll show you my custom GPT that creates really good realistic looking image prompts, as well as my free custom guide that you can check out in the link in the description. I know your time is valuable, so let's get right to it. In order to test these different tools side by side, I'm going to use a platform called OpenArt for this particular video. If you click on the link in the description, you'll be supporting my channel, as well as you'll probably get free credits in order to try out these different image generators. And they're always running promos that I'll tell you more about at the end of this video. After clicking on the link in the description, go to the left side and click on image. Over here, you can click on create an image, and you can now see that you have different models to choose from by clicking on model or character. For custom settings, I'm going to select none, but let me know in the comments if you want me to show you how to use those custom settings as well. You can select different models by clicking on the switch tab right here. You can see that almost all of the best AI image generators are present here. And the 3 that we will compare today are the Flux Dev, the OpenArt Photorealistic, and the GPT image one. In order to test different use cases of these tools, we will try 2 different scenarios. The first one is the AI influencer. This is super popular online where people make passive income by creating these AI influencers on Instagram and TikTok. And we will try to recreate them, but make them look more realistic. And the second use case is to create AI stock image for your website. For example, we'll create an image of someone creating coffee art, and this can be used on a website of a coffee shop, for example. In my guide on how to create photorealistic AI images, by the way, the link is in the description, I came up with a few example prompts that we will test out today. The first one here is a young woman with pink hair taking a selfie in a park with cherry blossoms, natural morning lighting. If we want to try that out, we simply go to the image tab, click on create image, and we will select the first model. In this case, it's Flux Dev. We will paste in the prompt right here, and we will make sure that the auto enhance is turned off so that we have full control over this prompt. Then we'll click on the output size, and in this case we'll select 5x4, and we will select 2 images to be generated, and you can see that this cost me 10 credits. And here we have it. This is the first image that was generated. As you can see, this looks almost too good. It has this perfect bokeh right here and a low aperture, which is a high depth of field, but it almost looks like it's out of a movie scene, and this does not look like a real character. The second image has a similar dreamy feel to it. Now let's compare that to the other 2 methods, ChatGPT and OpenArt Photorealistic. This is super simple. By just clicking on switch model, selecting GPT image 1, we have the same prompt. We'll click on landscape, we'll click on create, and we'll do the same thing with OpenArt Photorealistic, as you can see here. Click on that, same prompt, number of images 2, and aspect ratio horizontal. Click on create. Now this is what ChatGPT generated. If we zoom in, we see that the skin looks super waxy and the teeth don't look quite right, the eyes don't look quite right, and again we have the blurriness in the background. It's a great image, but it doesn't really look that real. Same with the second image here, very similar look. And now let's compare that to OpenArt Photorealistic here. We can see that the background isn't as blurry and it looks almost like it's more imperfect. We can see each of these hairs and the skin doesn't look as waxy. And this one here also, you can almost see that she has a little bit of pimples. So it has that like raw feeling to it rather than looking super overly beautiful. Overall, If you look at the eyebrows, you can still see some artifacts, so it's not 100% perfect, but it is already looking much more realistic in my opinion. So here are the images side by side, and we can once again see that Flux Dev probably wins if you're going for the cinematic look. ChatGPT is probably like in between these two, and then OpenArt Photorealistic looks the most natural, as if someone shot these on their iPhone. Let's do another one of these and then switch over to something a little bit more practical. The second prompt that we will try is an attractive blonde influencer girl sitting in a natural hot spring surrounded by beavers, relaxed expression, steam rising from water. And you might be wondering how I came up with this specific prompt, and this is all explained in my in-depth guide on how to create photorealistic AI image generations. You can see here that I outline different advanced prompt structures, and one of them has to do with the subject in terms of a style, as well as the lighting and mood and direction. And as you can see, this is exactly the format that I follow right here. The first one we'll test this time is the OpenArt Photorealistic image generator. Let's paste the prompt, click on create. And we'll do the same for Flux Dev. And we'll do the same with OpenAI image. In terms of time to generate, you can see that the OpenArt takes about 30 seconds, Flux Dev takes about 10 seconds, and then ChatGPT usually takes between 20 and 30 seconds. So here are the Flux Dev images. We can see the influencer here with a beavers in the background. This looks really realistic actually. Wow. This one also looks pretty realistic. The reflection works well on the beaver. The bokeh doesn't look that real, I guess. Or maybe the skin is a bit waxy, the earring looks a bit fake, but besides that, if you just saw this, I'm not sure if people would realize that this is AI generated. This is now Flux Dev. We can see once again, this looks almost too good looking. It looks like the face is photoshopped or something. And then you have this like in-depth depth of field. Same with this one. And here the eyes and the skin again looks a little bit too realistic. However, I like the framing of the beavers. And this is ChatGPT. Here we can see the beavers all kind of look in a weird direction and they don't look that real. Again, it's a great image, but it doesn't look real. Here we have the images next to each other and we can clearly see that this one and this one look fake, where this one might not be the most prettiest looking out of these three, but it does look like it's the most realistic one. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. And we're not done quite yet. I'll show you another example of how to create photorealistic looking stock images that you can use on your website or on your social medias. And the prompt we'll be using is a barista pouring latte art into a ceramic cup on a counter, both hands visible, coffee shop lighting. The reason why I'm using both hands visible is because I want to test the hand generation strength of the models. Previously, this has been an issue, but the newer models are getting better and better at this. We'll copy this prompt and we'll paste it into our prompt right here. We'll click on create and we'll do that with the other two models. Let's first have a look at Flux Dev. It's a great looking image, but the hands look waxy. It's almost as if this character is animated. The coffee pour doesn't look that realistic, but it is a very beautiful looking image. It just has that little fakeness to it. The hands look realistic, but overall, I would be able to tell that this is AI generated. And the second one from Flux Dev, this one is already a little bit better. The hands skin texture looks better and the pour looks more realistic. So I would say that this is a better looking image. Now let's compare that to the ChatGPT images. Here we can already tell this is AI generated. This looks like it's out of a Sims movie or something. This pour doesn't look realistic. And yeah, this line of milk doesn't look good. The hands look much better, but overall, I wouldn't say this is a quality image that I would feel comfortable putting up on my website. And last but not least, the OpenArt Photorealistic image. This already looks so much better. You can see that the lighting looks less staged and much more of that realistic looking reflection right here. The pour looks much more realistic and the second image also looks more realistic. I wouldn't be able to tell that this is not an AI generated image. Maybe by the pour down here, the physics might not be perfect, but it looks more realistic than this or than this. Here are the different models compared to one another. We can see that Flux Dev looks the most cinematic and most spectacular, whereas OpenArt looks the most realistic and the most raw. So here I wouldn't be able to tell that this is AI, whereas on the right hand side it looks much more like AI, and then the left hand side it looks almost too staged to be a true image. For example, we don't even see any milk on the frother here, whereas here we can see the full milk on the frother, and I guess we have the milk here as well. I repeated this comparison with 2 more prompts and here are the results. For this prompt, I got these different results. And as you can see here, the Flux model on the left looks the most cinematic as always. It looks realistic, but it does look cinematic. OpenArt Photorealistic one looks like I just shot this on my iPhone of my friend Debbie. And I don't see any mistakes with this really. Maybe the street sign doesn't look like a stop sign, but this could also be a different street sign. And then the ChatGPT image, the clear umbrella kind of covers this person's head. The reflection looks fine and the guy is not really walking in the right direction. But besides this, it's a really cool looking image, but it doesn't look that realistic realistic. And lastly, for the prompt of a fitness influencer, here's the result. Flux dev, you don't really see this person's face, but once again, we have the cinematic shot. For OpenArt Photorealistic, we have a really realistic looking image. The white balance is almost oversaturated, but this gives it a little bit more of the realistic looking look. And the ChatGPT image look here, it looks really good, but again, the skin looks a bit too waxy, and the sunset actually looks pretty realistic. So overall, for these, I can tell a big difference. A bit of a drawback here, though, is that the writing on this woman's shirt is not legible. So if you want to have writing in your images, I would always go with a ChatGPT image or one of the AI image generators that can render text much better. What do you think of these different models? I think the key takeaway here is that if you're going for the cinematic look, Flux Dev is definitely a winner. If you're going for the convenience of just having ChatGPT image generator within your ChatGPT, then you want to probably go with ChatGPT image. But if you're going for a truly realistic looking iPhone style quality look, I think OpenArt Photorealistic is a really cool model that gives you that alternative. Now, even if you don't have access to any of these models, you can try these different models with OpenArt or with other AI image generators. But regardless of what kind of AI image generator you have access to, here are 3 tips for prompting better in order to get more realistic images. The first step is to add lighting context. So instead of saying soft lighting or natural lighting, instead describe the actual environment. So instead of soft lighting, say something like sitting by a large window on an overcast afternoon. Or instead of dramatic lighting, just say under fluorescent office lights. The model understands the environments better than the lighting terms themselves. So keep that in mind. The second tip is to include natural imperfections. Real images aren't perfect. As you could see on one of the shots, the woman had slight pimples and that almost looked like it was more realistic. So simply adding details like slight smile lines or relaxed posture or natural expression helps your image look a little bit more realistic. And the third step is to specify the camera style. This is a game changer. Simply adding shot with iPhone or taken with phone camera at the end of your prompt really triggers the model to give you more realistic looking images, because that is what the model was trained on. I have many more of these tips outlined in my specific guide, which you can get with the link in the description. And I even went above and beyond. I created this AI image prompt generator that creates prompts for realistic looking images. Simply type in the desired outcome that you want. For example, simply say, for example, woman drinking coffee in a coffee shop. And it now uses my prompting framework in order to get more detailed prompts. For example, it turned the simple prompt into a realistic photo of a woman drinking coffee at a small table inside a coffee shop during the day, shot on a modern smartphone or mirrorless 35mm, and so on and so forth. So we can simply take this and we can now enter that into my model. And once we generate this, and we can now see that it gives us more detailed images than if we had just said woman drinking coffee in a coffee shop, which would have just given us this image. So feel free to play around with this and see if it gives you better looking and more realistic looking images. Now I want to quickly thank OpenArt for sponsoring this video and giving me early access to their photorealistic model. But here's what's really exciting. They're running something called Story Week right now, and the timing is perfect. If you sign up through my link in the description during Story Week, which runs until September 7th, here's what you get. New users get 5 free video generations and 1 free story creation. But if you upgrade to Advanced or Infinite, you get unlimited video credits for the Hailu AI video generator for entire 2 weeks. And that's normally a premium feature. And you can submit your videos and there's prizes of up to $15,000 if your video gets selected at the end. Anyways, thanks for sponsoring this video. All of these resources are linked in the descriptions. If you've made it all the way until here, feel free to subscribe, and you might want to check out this video where I showcase more about AI video generators. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.